This is Kenrir. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so we had a new, like I said, we had an update a few days ago here for Destiny Child. One of the things that they entered into the game was a new tool called the House of Reincarnation. It's an interesting tool. It's got some options here. It allows you to you can do restoration, which is reincarnate a 4-star child as a 5-star child. You can summon a guaranteed 5-star child by using 5 base rarity childs. Now this is what I'm going to do because I want to try to see the summon list up there at the top. The summon list here at the top where these 6 childs are at. You want to put the childs in here that you have an option to get. The first one is Ishu. She's new. She's a new child. Then I've got from the collab, I went ahead and put Catherine in, and then I put a bunch of others in. But you can choose from all your ones. And I've got Area. I've got Charlotte and I think it's Hestia. I think I needed Hestia. I needed one more of her. So all of those are childs that I need. Another another base child to so I can use for uncapping, except for Ishu. Ishu I want to of course get. I was hoping to get Ishu because she's new, but might not be able to. Apparently, you're only going to have a chance to get one of you'll get one of the 6. So I guess the percentages come on to that. So I guess what about 18, 17% to get what you want to do. So, but it's what you can do. And then you can do Metamorphosis where you reincarnate a max level 6-star child as a 5-star child. So we'll see what we can do here. So let's take this. Go click. I want to do Oversoul. Okay, and I need to use 5-star childs. Fortunately, I've got quite a few. I've got this. I've already got her at 6. I've already got him at 6. I don't like him, so I'm going to use those. Already got her at 6, and already got Olga at 6. So there's the full. Now this should work here, and I should be able to do reincarnate, and should get a 5-star child out of this. And I'm hoping to get Ishu. And I didn't. I got Catherine. Close, but not quite. But anyway, because I chose wisely, that will help me out. And I will now be able to. Catherine is Earth. Or wood, I should say. I always say Earth, even though it's wood. Catherine is, she was at 5. Now Catherine's going to be at level combined, uncap. Now Catherine's going to be 6. So I've just 6-starred, 66 maxed out Catherine as a wood. She's wood, so she's got a pretty good skill set as a buffer. So she's going to be. I'm going to be in the process. That's my next focus. Is going to be making a wood team to counter the water teams that you still see in PvP. PvP is the meta, but they've started to come out with enough wood childs that you can really make a team that is going to be competitive. My new team for Devil Rumble. I finished up Olga early this morning, so I can put him in. So let's go ahead and put Olga in there. So this is going to be my current team for PvP. It's a water team. and I've got pretty good setups on it. Just checking here to make sure I've got the correct soul cartridges equipped on each of them. Yeah. Yep. So this is going to be the new team I'm going to be using for PvP. Um, it's it's a complete water-based team. The only one. Um, it took a little while to get Olga up to speed. He was the last one. I wanted to get his skills to at least 6. Let's go on full auto, 3 speed. I wanted to get him to 6 because his skills up to level 6 just so he could do some pretty damage. But his decreased skill prevents is a good prevent. Um, and we've got a good chance here. I think I'll be able to go pretty far against some of the tough teams. I still got to do some of the. I'm going to do some more work on the soul cartas to see if there's a better soul carta that I can hand to him. But I really don't have much for trouble with any ones. And I'm just hoping that it'll work until I can until I get that wood team up because my wood team that I'm going to be looking for. If you go back, open up our childs here, and if you just focus on the wood, we've got a pretty good chance here. Abaddon is not bad as an attacker, but the fact that he just dies very fast. I've never been able to get him to live for very long. So I'm going to use Eoshade as my attacker. Um, I'm going to be using Syrinx as my healer. She also suffs out Fortitude, which reduces poison damage, which is going to make her extremely good. She'll be, the thing with her is you have to work with her because of her regen. Her skills, her regen is only effective on wood type allies, so you have to have wood type allies. So otherwise, it's really you can just use Lita because Lita does all allies. But yeah, then I'm going to have her as a healer. Buffer, um, debuffer will be Catherine, and I'm still working on um, either going to be Tristan or Tisiphone as the second attacker. I'm not really sure who yet. Um, I'm leaning towards, uh, Tristan just because I've already got him at 5 star. And I can once I get him to 60, I'll be able to apply a 6th one to it. But so that just leaves me to go on for a buffer, or not a buffer, but a defender, and I'm leaning towards probably use Europa for right now. She's not bad when it actually comes to it. Her skill set, um, uh, she absorbs 110 deals absorbs 100 damage of attack as only HP. So she lives for very long, and she does grant vampirism to all allies. So she really does a good she really does good as healing, um, and she does a barrier. Um, for 2 people, and then Melting Kiss, which is she gains a Death Plus and she gains a Taunt, 95% extra base. So she's really going to be getting she's really going to be getting uh, attacked with a 95% chance to activate. So they're going to be attacking to her. So the shield might not be important, but I'm really not sure how well it's going to work in theory. So I'll have to see. But backup, I've got Hera, but she's only at +3. She does the same thing. She grants, but she decreases poison damage by 33.4. Okay, so that combined with the Fortitude that I've got from Syrinx is going to come pretty much just negate poison damage. Okay, uh, and then and poison damage on her fortress deal damage and a skill damage of plus 22.5 for 3 allies. Removed after 32 seconds upon 4 and poison damage 51.9% for 15 seconds. Okay, and then she deals on all I want. She deals 35, 56 damage to 2 random enemies, and she grants value. So we're going to be getting some vampirism. So we're going to be getting a lot of health back. So that combined with strength will pretty much negate all the poison damage, and that's what water does. Water, all of them, Elysian, Calypso, Eve, they all do tons of poison damage, and you need to negate it as much as possible. And since they're the meta, wood is a direct, wood is has the elemental advantage over water. So wood's always going to be, but until now, they've just recently started coming out with a lot of wood characters that were really good. The ones they had in the base just were not very good at all. But now they're starting to come out with really, really good ones, especially when they came out with here at Halloween. They came out with Eo Shade. I went all in for her to get her full. I wanted to get her completely up to 6, so I could max her out because she just does, a ton of damage, and it's specifically to water. Um, any water type is going to get the damage, and it also ignores defense, and she inflicts the brand on them as well too. Um, so, I mean, it's just awesome. Uh, and once the target's brand, she deals, you deal bonus damage to him from her jack-o'-lantern, which is her next skill. She was the world boss, in case a while back. So, um, yeah. So, but I've got, it's going to be a while before I can build them up to where they're, able to compete with the water team. So I wanted to go ahead and finish my water team, which is what I've been working on that for quite a while, but I wasn't able to do it because Eve was. Eve. I just wasn't getting any Eves. I had her at 3, but I just couldn't get any more. And I want minimum of 4 before I even think of consider to putting before I consider putting them on a PvP team. I want them at least 4 dupes at 60. So, but yeah, then when the devs had that radical, amazing, totally awesome event back where they were giving you 66 star childs for 6 or 7 days. It was just ridiculous. Eve was one of the options, and I chose her. Um, so that was great. I also got I chose Europa out of that as well, and also I think that was the only wood. Yeah, those were the only wood that I chose out of the event because I already had Syrinx at 60, and I'd already had Catherine at 66. So I think it was just I just chose Europa as a wood um, defender purely because our hair is not quite ready for prime time. I'm hoping to get more of her so I can get her up to speed. But there's a few others that you can consider. Um, but these are all of these have been in the game for quite some time. Um, and it's really, really, really hard to get dupes for these. Um, Brownie and all this. It's really hard to get dupes for them. I've been just having much, much better luck getting the dupes from the newer ones, so that's what I've been focusing on. But yeah, with these new characters in the game and now the drops popping them out, I should be pretty good. So I'm getting there. I've got 3 at 66 and uh, 4 at 66 actually. So I just need to get one more up there, and I'll be ready to go. One more attacker. So one of these two. I might go ahead and just do Tristan. Uh, he's got a pretty good skill set, and he does the vampirism as well too. So none of these are going to die. Um, I assume that's going to be a plus, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm working on it, so I'm almost there. I should have it ready. I'm hoping by February or March that I should, with some lucky pulls. And if this reincarnation house or reincarnation stays open, I'll be able to, I don't see it closing. It doesn't have a date on it, so I'm hoping it'll be permanent If it is, then this will enable you to get rid of, because a lot of problems that I know I have. I've been playing for such a long time, and I've got all the characters that I want. Most of them are maxed out and where they need to be. So whenever I get one, it's just like, I didn't really have anything to use it for other than doing a six, taking a level a 5-star up to a 6-star. I could use them at that instead of the materials. But even that was just, now I've got most of the 60s where I've got them up to 6-star. There's as new ones, so I don't really need that many. And plus I've got like 10 or 15 mats I've got that I can bring up that I've been creating to make 5-stars into 6-stars. So now instead of doing that, I can use them here in the oversoul and sort of pick and choose what I want. So just choose the 6 childs that you want to cap. Um, you know, you know, that you want to get more, copies of, so you can uncap them. And then you choose the oversoul, and then you have to have 50, you have to have 5-star childs to put in here. Okay? So, you need 1, 2, 3, you need 6 5-star childs to make one. But when you're getting as many 5-star tickets as they give you, and as chances that, like you say, I had all but one, I had spares of all but one. And I just chose one I didn't want to use so we could see it here. But that's how it works. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on it, how it goes and how it works. And it looks to be good. It's going to be able to fine tune your rosters a little bit with getting the dupes that you need for some of your characters, or actually upgrading the 4s to 5s. So we'll see. All right, so that seems to be it. Again, put a like on the video if you like it, and click subscribe if you want to be notified every time I post a video. And this is Ken Rear, signing out.